Hello students. Today we are going to learn Economics Chapter 2, that is Indian Economy 1950 to 1990. But before we start today's session, let me tell you a short story. Once there was a frog and he was very obsessed with climbing, and he decided that he wants to climb the tree and he wants to reach the top of the tree. So he started climbing, and all other frogs were shouting that it's impossible, come down, it's impossible. Now, this frog started climbing. He was not, and once he reached the top of the tree, and he was very happy. Now, how is it possible when everybody said that it's impossible? How did he climb the tree? Actually, the frog was deaf. And the frog thought that all the frogs are shouting and they are encouraging him to climb the tree. So, we can learn a very good thing from this story. Be deaf to negative thoughts, be deaf to negativity if you really want to reach your goal. So, always think positive and stay positive in life. I'm sure you would be able to achieve your goals. So, let's start the session. In this second chapter, let me give you the introduction. We all know that we got freedom in the year 1947, 15th August, and we got the freedom. Now it was in our hand to run the economy. Now, leaders of independent India had to decide that which economy to adopt because there were various types of economy. Many countries were following different types of economy. Now, our leaders had to decide that which one to follow. At that time, Jawaharlal Nehru was not interested in socialism, which was adopted in the Soviet Union, as everything was owned by the government in that kind of economy. So they sought a system where there could be benefits of both socialist economy and capitalist economy. And this is how we came to conclusion that India will go on with mixed economy. Now let's understand first the different types of economic system. There are three types of economic systems: capitalist economy, socialist economy, and mixed economy. Let's study one by one. To start with capitalist economy. Capitalist economy is also known as a laissez-faire economy because laissez-faire is a French word which means the freedom to produce whatever you want and freedom to consume whatever you want. It means free economy. Laissez-faire means free economy. You are given freedom to produce and consume as per your life. So in this kind of economy, the producer used to produce only those commodities which were in demand. In short, whoever had the purchasing power, they used to buy this product, that is the luxury goods, because major production in capitalist economy was of luxury goods. Now, there was, of course, a private ownership, which means that people were allowed to own private property, but there was no interference of the government in the economy except of law and order, which means government used to interfere only when anything was related to law or justice. Now, the producers in the capitalist economy, as I said, that they had the freedom to produce whatever they wanted. So obviously, they would produce only those goods which were more in demand, and their motive was to earn profit. So there was no social welfare in this kind of economy. We can say that in case of, like, for example, capitalist economy can be the one who are very developed economy like UK or USA. Now, moving on to the second type, that is socialist economy. Socialist economy, in this case, socialist economy, everything was controlled, owned, and managed by the government, which means nobody used to get ownership of private property. Every property was coming under the control of the government. Government used to decide that what to produce, how much to produce, and in what quantity to produce. So there was a production of only necessity goods and not luxury or comfort because everything was under the government control. Now, this socialist economy was a planned economy, which means they used to have planning commission. They had the planning committee who used to plan about the functioning of various sectors and how they will be developed in the coming years. So this economy was a planned economy. They used to go for production, or every activity was decided on the basis of planning. Here, the main motive of socialist economy is welfare of the society. That is, public should get the necessity goods whenever they need it. And that is why the government used to control the production part. They used to guide the producers as to how much they have to produce, what kind of goods, what quality of goods. So much freedom was not given to the producers in this kind of economy. And there was lack of ownership of private property also, which means nobody was allowed to own a private property. Now, coming down to mixed economy. Mixed economy is a combination of both capitalist economy and socialist economy, which means there was existence of private sector also and public sector also. You can say that this is the best combination, and India tried to get the best of both the economies. So they had both private sector and public sector. There was private ownership also, as well as there was public welfare also. Of course, our economy, that is mixed economy, is a planned economy. We have a planning commission, and we have the whole planning commission who plans a 5-year planning for our country. Now, let's say, for example, we have a 5-year planning commission, and every 5 years, the targets are set for various sectors. That is, be it agriculture sector or industrial sector or service sector. Now, the production of necessity goods as well as comfort and luxury goods was taken in this kind of economy. We adopted this economy because it had the best of both the economic systems. So India is following mixed economy. Now, see, most of the mixed economy, if you just observe that majority of the economy are mixed economy nowadays, and talking about the socialist economy in the past, we can take the example of Cuba and China, who used to be socialist economy in the past, and mixed economy, of course, the example is India. Now, every mixed economy had to answer three basic questions, or they were facing the central problem. Now, what are the central problem of any economy? There are three basic central problems of any economy. First is allocation of resources. That is how you're going to distribute all your resources among the whole economic system. Secondly, their maximum or fuller utilization of resources, which means there should not be any wastage of resources, be it human resource or material resource. And third one is economic development and growth with the help of technology. Now let's focus on the first problem, that is allocation of resources. This is the major problem which every economy faces. That is what to produce, how to produce, and for whom to produce. Now, this is the major problem of every economic system. Now, let's discuss all these three questions one by one with reference to all three kinds of economy. So, the first problem is what to produce. Let's take capitalistic economy. What will they produce, you think? Obviously, because it's a free trade economy, they would only produce the commodity where they can gain profit. So, in case of capitalistic economy, the answer to this question, what to produce, lies in the question itself, that they would produce the goods from which they can earn profit. That is, whatever is in demand, whatever is existing according to demand and supply, they would be producing that commodity. And the requirement of the poor people was not much taken care of in this type of economy. So majorly luxury goods or comfort goods were produced. Now talking about socialist economy, the problem, same problem which they would face, that is what to produce. This kind of economy would produce necessity goods. As I said, capitalistic economy would go in for, say, producer goods, or they would go in for the consumer goods of comfort and luxury. Whereas in socialist economy, they would go in for necessity goods because their main aim is to satisfies the basic public needs. Now, coming on to the mixed economy. As I said, it's a combination of both. So, what to produce in that kind of economy? Of course, both the goods, that is necessity goods also, as well as the luxury and comfort. Second problem was how to produce. Of course, being a capitalist economy, they have more capital, more money, more purchasing power. So they would want to earn profit, and for that they would adopt capital intensive techniques. And socialist economy would adopt labor intensive techniques. Now let's understand what is capital intensive and what is labor intensive techniques. Capital intensive technique means more use of capital, which means more use of technology and less use of labor or workers. Labor intensive technique means more use of labor or workers and less use of technology or less use of capital. Now, of course, capitalistic economy had the purchasing power, so they were adopting capital intensive techniques, that is more use of technology and less use of labor or workers. Of course, this would help only the developed economy, because if we adopt capital intensive technique in a country like India, it would be very difficult for us, because that would lead to generation of unemployment. So the second problem of how to produce in socialist economy, it was very clear that they used to adopt labor intensive techniques, because their main aim was welfare. So they wanted to generate employment. They wanted their basic people to have the or fulfill the basic necessities of life and to improve standard of living. So they would go for labor intensive technique, that is more use of labor, so that they can generate employment. Now coming to mixed economy, how to produce. Of course, it's a combination of both labor intensive and capital intensive. We cannot afford completely capital intensive technique also, and neither labor intensive technique also. So we used to adopt, or we are actually adopting, the combination of both. So the problem of unemployment is also solved. Now moving on to the third question, for whom to produce? For whom to produce means for which category, the rich or the poor. Of course, in capitalistic economy, only those commodities were manufactured which were in demand according to purchasing power. So they used to go in for the production of goods for the rich category of people. And in socialist economy, the main focus was given on the poor people, that is the necessity, who are in need of basic standard living things, that is food, shelter, and clothing. In mixed economy, the production was done for both the sect of the society, that is for rich also, for poor also, necessity goods also, and luxury and comfort also. So these were the major problems and answers to them. That is, these are the central problems of what to produce, how to produce, and for whom to produce. And I've explained you with reference to every economy as to how every economy will take the decision with regard to these questions. Thank you very much.